I wouldn't
Bella's
be
usually here the first.
surprised if all that actually happened.
We killed all the dragons. For a third
Again.
time.
You're
And
gonna have to do
I
it
have the head
properly.
of the Red
Yeah,
Dragon
I would have to
Slayer.
miss out an entire month if that was the case.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Ooh.
Well,
Also, oh hey there mates, from Fire State. Today we are playing D&D once again.
Hmm?
And I really need to start uploading again. I just been
Yeah,
kind of
man. My friends like your stuff.
I just been
you
kind of
say
busy
this
in the
like every
background.
couple of weeks. Every couple of weeks, you go on like an uploading hiatus.
I
No,
don't
seriously, my Yu-Gi-Oh team really likes our adventures on YouTube.
I don't try to go on
I watched
hiatus.
him
It's just sometimes
play,
I end up
what
getting
was it?
too busy with stuff in the background. It happens.
No, I get
Well,
it. Life
Where
happens,
the
man.
fuck is my little icon for Discord? Where the fuck? How is my Discord up?
I mean, not to
Yes.
mention.
Anyway,
I mean, not to mention I've recently picked up a job, so that doesn't help.
God,
Fair
what the
enough.
fuck was that?
Also,
Okay,
Alright,
Discord
so-
can run pretty well in the background, even if the page isn't open.
see, sadly, I run on a Chromebook, so I have to do Roll20 and only Roll20. Otherwise, it starts to try and light itself on fire. So,
I've actually heard that was a problem.
DM, make a dexterity saving throw as your computer.
No. The computer must make a Constitution saving throw, otherwise it could bust.
it's actually a good. All right.
Well, that's why you
Go
But
don't
as
ahead.
he forces it to be a nat 20.
Get started with our D&D stuff. But for that, I do want to go ahead. Let's give a little round of applause. Congratulations. You are finally married, brother. Good job.
Yeah, man. After 7 years of knowing Essence and 6 years of being together, we tied the knot. Hell yeah.
By the way, congrats.
What was that first bit?
I said, by the way, congrats.
No, not you.
No, I've
7 years
we
of
were
acid?
no, we were friends for a year, and then we decided to go out, and it was her idea. Our first date was her idea, going to see Deadpool on Valentine's Day, which was 6 years ago.
Oh yeah.
She wanted to learn more about comic books and the fact that I appreciate and love comic books. So from get go, she was a keeper, despite the fact she's a pain in my ass, but she's my pain in the ass.
I
And
actually
because I got
went.
her into Doctor Who, I took pictures of me holding my 12th Doctor screwdriver and her holding the River Song screwdriver that I gave her.
Aw, that's cute.
Hell, my vows that we took at the apartment was literally me incorporating our experiences together and pretty much me symbolizing her as my River Song and me being the doctor because of the strength and perseverance that she has granted me while knowing her.
That's adorable. I like that. My sister
man.
actually did something kind of similar, except replaced the sonic screwdriver with a 1d20.
That's awesome.
No,
No, seriously,
what?
when you can find, I don't care who you are, if you find a partner that shares the same likes and uh, hobbies that you have or is willing to learn, that's a keeper. So, like, I wish everyone to have that type of happiness.
It was
I
mainly
wish I could have friends that are interested in the same shit as me.
it was
Right?
mainly due to her.
It's like,
Now,
it's like I'm not even I'm gonna be picky. It's like I don't even want to. I'm not even being picky. It's like, if I could just know someone with the same interests as me, that'd be great.
Right? And
It's
that's why you have us.
Yeah, it's mainly due
Yeah,
to
but it's
my
like-
sister's husband.
I have
That
people
she
that I
kinda
know that are
didn't-
into D&D, and then that's it. It's like I can't talk video games for a lot of the stuff I like.
Really?
I get that.
I've been
Yeah.
there.
It's
Alright.
like
But
cool. I play a lot
Anyway,
of RPGs.
let's get back on track.
I've
What
been
little
playing a
of
lot
there
RPGs
there is
lately,
left.
actually.
all right, let's go ahead and get our evening started here. Mr. Kibella, do you want to try and run us through a recap this week?
Didn't I do it last week?
No, Ingrid did.
Sure.
Oh, I did. Who did? Am I crazy? Was it? Was it?
I'm pretty sure it was Belle.
Yeah, because I'm pretty certain I did it last time as well, but I'll I can redo. I could do another one just in case if I haven't.
Well, no, if you did it last week, we can pick someone else.
All right. Like I'm
There
uncertain
we
if I
go.
did it last week or not.
D10, why don't you run us through the madness that you're currently involved with?
Where
We re-entered having convinced Alex to leave without me, which surprisingly worked decently well. The group managed to leave the mansion, of course, leaving me in the dining room with Zane. We continued on as they went to fetch the rest of the party. I managed my way out of the room, only to run into Bellona and have to escape again further down into
you
an
mean
entirely new area
Lorelai?
with Horace, the all-seeing computer robot.
Horace the
I
Black Flame King.
temporarily fried his computers, during which he took an interest in my ability to create electricity to power himself back up. And he's been keeping me convinced that the outside is still dangerous while I rest to restore that ability. The party returned and started adventuring through the mansion until Horace warned them about what was going on, and they decided to try digging a hole into the area. They succeeded at the whole part, except for the 5 feet of pure steel, preventing them from interacting with me. And finally, Uda decided that we shouldn't go running from one of the most powerful people in the world, and went up to make a deal, which he will now be working temporarily for Zane in order for me to have my freedom.
Who's what? Who's doing the what and the what now? I'm sorry, I'm intoxicated. What's going on?
Okay, so in simple terms, basically we cut a deal with Zane Meyer, at least Uda did, to basically work temporarily to spare T10's life.
Ah, so there's another NPC called Zane.
Yes.
Dun,
It's
dun, dun.
Jermaine's son, he named him after the original Zane.
Oh, that's actually kind of a that's awesome.
I was waiting for you to realize that.
Well, he's
Well, to be
intoxicated.
fair, last session I was exhausted, and this session I'm just like I may or may not have drinking a bunch of Four Loco, so I'm just like
We're up to 3 sessions now.
Yeah, no, I realize it's like when
And this, and that's
your
one of the
brain's on
reasons why I
dial-up.
don't tackle with alcohol.
Listen, I had some lovely time with my
Like, I have nothing against
wife earlier,
people
and now
drinking
well,
alcohol.
time to play D&D drunk.
That sounds like a fun
But-
little thing that we can all do.
That's-
if we're
You
all
know,
cool.
Silver, I only drink most of the time because I'm going on 31. I only tend to do that when I'm in my home. I'm not going to go to somebody else's house and drink unless I'm staying over. I do that shit in the courtesy of my own home, where worst case scenario, I go to sleep.
Yeah.
Not to mention, because I'm done drinking, I'm drinking plenty of water because we all know alcohol dehydrates you.
Anyways,
Yes, let's go ahead and get started. So, T10, you are currently taking a long rest in the basement. The
Correct.
rest of the party Uda is speaking with Zane, and the rest of the party is currently underneath, pointlessly banging on a steel wall.
yeah,
Because
I don't
fuck
think
you,
we're gonna
that's
get
why.
anywhere. I mean, it would take at least a month to get through all that steel with a hammer.
Well, if I had Uncle Smithy here, because of who he is, he could just break it without a problem. But yeah, no, you're right, Kibilla.
Like, and that's lowballing.
But as you guys banging on the wall, you can't help but suddenly get drawn to an attention of a female voice about maybe 10 feet away from you.
I mean, I was about to
Ahem.
leave,
Is it
so
the vampire?
No, it's not the vampire.
I was about to leave, so I would have
I
been
do
the
not
first one to
go
see her.
blah blah blah.
So then, yeah,
Bleh,
Mr.
bleh,
Cubella, you
bleh.
turn around and see Bellona down in the tunnel, staring at you all.
I've actually never seen this woman, so I have no idea who she is.
Um, you see a pretty blonde woman standing
I
there.
I
With
just yell
very
as I try to hide behind one of my party members, despite there being no room in here.
the only person that recognizes her would be Mr. Ingrid, who is immediately on edge and draws a weapon. Bellona goes ahead and takes a look over all of you and just puts her hands up as if like surrendering. I came in peace, gentlemen. Just came to collect you for Mr. Myers. We've brokered a deal, and quite frankly, since we are now working together, we'd prefer you not, digging up the garden.
I'm immediately confused. When did we cut up a deal? What? Why am I always out of the loop when it comes to important decisions like this?
You'll get caught up if you come with me. As she turns around and starts to walk out the tunnel.
I'm like, should we trust her, guys? I mean, then again, strange lady coming up and down the tunnels. Not exactly what I would call it a plucky afternoon.
As you guys reach the end of your little tunnel,
I mean,
she does stop. She stops Kevin as she goes, except for you. You can go ahead and fill this back in before morning, so that way no one else gets any big ideas about digging under the mansion.
Oh, speaking of which, that reminds me. Thank you
How?
for reminding me. As I let go on the heat metal.
So am I just being left by myself?
Yeah, you're basically have to fill in a hole.
I'm gonna go telepathically to Belle. Don't say anything, but I'm not going to do that.
Like part of it wants to rat you out, but another part of it was like, he kind of
I'm very
understands.
sneaky when I want to be, and I can't. And like when they get out of
Uh,
like range when they out of range of like when they can't be able to see anymore, I'll cast Pass Without a Trace on myself.
it's called
Okay.
out of eyesight, Kevin. Out of eyesight is what the words you were looking for.
When they can't see me anymore, I cast Pass Without a Trace on myself.
It's assuming that they're not observing you, some way or
Yeah.
some form.
Casting Pass Without a Trace and doing what?
I'm gonna follow.
Okay. Then go ahead and give me a stealth roll just to see.
So that's a
18
28.
plus 10. Yep. So you managed to sneak past, or basically sneak behind the group using some magical shadowy bullshit.
I just be like, yo, talk to me. Wait, no, yeah, not magic. Only magic cannot be seen.
Telling us exactly what
With-
went down?
So don't worry about it. I'll be nearby
Not you.
if you need me.
Like I say mentally, not you.
I think it is best that your friend Uda explain the situation once you're all inside.
Alright. Fair enough.
As
And,
she escorts you guys into the mansion.
In the back of my head, I'm like, thank God we have someone very confident on our team. Between Kevin and T10, we would be screwed.
Hey, I'm trying to be helpful. All right, I'm sneaking because sneaking's better off than digging a hole. I mean, filling up a hole.
Yeah, but they're gonna
I
So-
can't
find.
exactly bust through the wall.
Wait, are you still talking to me telepathically?
No.
I thought he was just talking out of character.
I thought he was talking in character there for a second, so I wanted to make sure.
You were talking
Either
out
way.
of character, so I was talking out of character.
We go back upstairs. Uda, Zane will go ahead of his we'll call it a med lab. Let's go with that as the description.
I think
And,
operation
The Mad
room.
Lab.
I think operation room would be more fitting, but okay.
and he begins escorting you down the hall, a few doors, as he opens up into a room that is quite literally filled with bookcases. Every wall has a shelf full of books. There are barrels of work or scrolls or even extra books or notebooks, journals, crates half open with the same exact thing. It is
Much clutter.
it is a cluttered mess, but also somehow organized. Like just looking at it, you can definitely tell there's a system. You just have no idea what the system is.
Well, there's a system on every single clutter, or I know that for a fact. It's more of that's a massive clutter versus my clutter.
Mm-hmm. At the back end of this, not too big a room, maybe like 10 by 10 room.
Oh, JD said he did last week. I thought he did, but I just wasn't sure.
That doesn't make a difference. Anyway, at the back of this room, there is a couple of fancy chairs as well as a large table. As Zane walks around, and you see him sort of stand next to one of the fancy chairs. All right. So first things first. Now, where do we put those damn things? As he starts digging through a couple of crates and a couple of the barrels. There we are. And sets them down on the table and reaches into his little suit. After he left the med lab, he cleared his apron and medical gloves and whatnot. But pulls from his suit a little inkwell pen, places it on top of the papers, and then takes a seat in his fancy chair. That there is our standard contractor's contract. If you want to go ahead, read it over, and just give it a little.
For every single goddamn thing it says.
Mm-hmm. Do not go into excruciating detail. The most important things are noting of while in the employment of Zane Meyer, you will be given monthly wages, and you will not be offering your services to other contractors.
I like it.
So we went from
Just like knock off.
So we went from mercenaries to actually having legitimate jobs.
I doubt this will remain.
You guys are not even in here yet, neither have you gone over the contract with me.
Yet.
Mm-hmm.
Now, does the contract state how many people are going to sign this? Is the point.
It is a single person's contract. This is specifically for you to sign. And specifically a contract of hiring you, not your group.
And if I disobey the contract,
If
does it
you
state?
disobey any of the noted rules within the contract, The Meyer has the right to cancel the contract at any given time, as well as reclaim wages that were paid for the previous month. The contract can only be terminated by Meyer at any time, or by the contractor within a 30 days notice.
And it only says Meyer for that part.
Yes, it does clearly state just a Meyer.
And that's where I was looking
A legal loophole that we can work with.
for. A legal loophole I'm going to work with, because I'm the only one signing the contract as of right now.
Fair enough.
Yes. Oh, I did actually forget one bit. The monthly wages is 100 gold per month, pending, raises for good service.
God damn it, he's got to have that goddamn money. So as I go over everything, if they walk in, they will either see me going over the last bit, finishing it, and writing my name down, or that's about it.
They are not being escorted to this room. They are being escorted to a meeting hall downstairs. You are just going over contract and stuff with them. As far as you know, your party members are still digging a hole. You have no idea they're being brought in.
Oh, I'm just saying what I'm going to be doing.
Oh.
Signing it.
As soon as he gets the good old John Hancock, he reaches over and slides the paper to himself. Make sure you got everything signed properly. Takes out another pen, and signs his portion of the paperwork. All right. Now, do keep in mind contracts and stuff like this are a little more new age, and outside the country, it's not always as legally binding. But I do have contractors all over the continent, so don't assume just because you went and hid up in Gulkiri that I won't track you down.
It's just 100 gold. I can pay that back.
Good man, good man. As he takes the paper up and puts it into his suit. Now, before we go over any, big contract stuff, I think there is a fair enough thing we can both agree needs to happen. And that is getting your friend out of my basement.
Yes. That needs to be explained a bit more thoroughly.
Well, thoroughly, no promises, but I can give you a rundown of what's going on. As he sort of rolls in his chair over to a separate barrel of stacks of paper, starts going through, pulls out one long blue scroll, and rolls it all across the entire table. This massive blueprint, and just taking one glance, you quickly recognize it is the blueprints for the mansion. See, here's the thing. One thing I'm sure a perceptive fellow as you would notice: there's no basement on this blueprint.
So I'm going to look over the entire thing, and I'm going to find the one point in the house that looks to be just empty space that's not used.
You would take note. You would take note that there's not necessarily anything other than dedicated blank space for tables in like all take note of is, in spite of there being no basement, there is an elevator in the center of the house.
You not just have an extra button on that point as I start motioning the elevator.
See, therein lies the problem. One thing I'd like to point out is that, as he points to one corner of the blueprint, that's sort of an asterisk that says, "Note: the walls are designed to be movable, so final blueprints may not be accurate." See, for as long as I've been the one in charge here, good old buddy Horace down there has kept that elevator sealed off. Ain't no one can get in there. Won't even let Bologna get in there.
Can I
And
go see the panel's points?
in just a moment, I need to make sure you understand something. To the corner of the room, just behind you.
I go ahead and look, and I'm pretty sure it's Horace.
You do see the little black dome hung up in the corner of the ceiling. See, anything we want to try to do, Horace is going to know. He already knows that now we want to get in there, which means he's going to try extra hard to keep us out. Why he wants to keep us out, it's the prop refuses to tell me. Shocker. So, that's where you come in.
Quick question: who am I following again?
You're following us.
You're currently downstairs following the rest of the party.
Okay, I'm gonna tell Lorelai. I'm gonna be nearby. I'm gonna check out the rest of a bit of when I get the chance, since they currently don't know I'm here.
Oh yeah, you can absolutely split off and start exploring other areas of the mansion. But Zane,
Check, make sure I have all my weapons on me.
Zane will continue. See, you and your friends are kind of the wild card in this situation. Horace doesn't know what to expect from you. Now that means he's probably going to be a little more on edge. But most of the security programs that he has installed kind of rely on my orders. So what I would like for your first task to be is getting your little group together and figuring out how the hell to get down there.
Hello?
Yes, we hear you.
Hello.
Off for a fucking second.
That's all right.
Oh,
I was making a joke how I have my shovel, but I could definitely do a 1d4 damage. Glad I brought that.
So as you were saying, Uda.
I definitely try, but I don't know how much they're going to help out with it.
Well, that is for you and your boys to decide.
The boys.
Before that, as the contract states, you are given your monthly wages. Keep in mind it is every 30 days, not every month. So he reaches into his suit again and pulls out a little pouch of jingling coins and He places them on the table in front of you.
I just go ahead and pick it up. Put it in my pocket. I don't even count.
All right. Now, there's only a handful of places Horace can't, constantly keep a watch over. And your friends are already being escorted down there as we speak. So, you can go ahead.
I just wave off. As you do, boss.
And with that, the party is escorted into the mansion down a series of convoluted hallways. You go left, go right, go straight for a little bit, go left, go right.
Who designed this? A maze maker?
Oh, something of the sort. Don't worry, we're almost where we need to be. That guides you guys around and around until you realize where she finally stops is somewhere you're familiar with, as she leads to the back door that leads out to the garden.
I never actually been in the mansion. This is my first time, so.
Well, everyone else except Kibella is aware
Yeah,
that
because I was
seemingly
literally the distraction.
everybody except Kibella, as you very quickly realize she ran you around in circles for the sake of confusing you. If
I
you
would
wouldn't
hate-
mind heading on out,
I would
heading
hate
on
to
out
be
that
a
door
maid or
there,
a
and
butler in this house. That's for sure.
say again.
I would say I would hate to be a maid or a butler, because it would be. I feel like I would get lost on my first day.
Well, thankfully, all of the mansion staff are automated. Now, if you boys would kindly head through that door there and await Uda out in the garden.
Okay.
As and as long as there's no objection, you guys head out the back door and into the garden. And
Does
almost
someone here
on
not know how to grow plants?
and
You
yes,
know how to grow
those who-
plants?
Actually, yes. To some extent.
And to those who don't remember, as you go out into the garden, there are dozens of, little flower gardens, but literally all of them are fake, made of wire and cloth.
Did they not have what they called an automated gardener?
This would bring me to tears if I was not a. How many? Was there like another door to this near here?
There's a front door, there's a door that leads out to the garden, and there's a back door that leads to a sort of like dumpster area.
There's no way to get downstairs.
Not any way you would know of, no.
Is there any? I think any of these could be an office?
On the first floor, just about any door you try to open is slightly open. The few that are slightly open are either guest rooms or possibly a meeting hall.
Do you think? Do I see any just strand, like just a piece of paper that has something written on it?
No.
Damn it! I can't find information.
Well, you're still
Although
on
this
the
is-
first floor.
Yeah. Are they going down to the second floor?
As you arrive at the staircase, Uda is stood there at the staircase, and how do I want to go ahead?
If I'm walking down the staircase, I'm just holding my the coin purse that he handed me, and I'm just kind of tossing it in the air right now.
Do I see him?
Yes.
Yeah, you see him coming down the staircase, hiding amongst the shadows.
Just
As
like, Uda, is
Kevin,
he
you see.
downstairs?
Do what?
I'm just like, Uda, is he downstairs? It's me, Kevin. Don't look. They'll draw suspicion, probably. Just keep
You
doing what you're
already
doing.
drew
God.
suspicion once you opened your mouth.
He
I'm
didn't.
sneaking though. I have
That
pass without a
don't
trace
mean
on.
anything.
Oh no, Alex, stop. He has telepathy.
I don't need.
Mhm.
I don't talk through. I talk through mental connections or whatever.
Continue.
Kevin, stop hiding. Come, follow me.
Uh, they don't know I'm here, so I must keep hiding, but I will follow.
I just keep walking.
As soon as you hit the final staircase, or the final Uda, Kevin, you actually get to see it, but Uda, you only see it out of the corner of your eye, as these bizarre sort of metal bars come down from the ceiling and form this almost oval shape along the wall. And as soon as it connects at the top, this black void opens up, and Bologna steps out from it. And as soon as she steps out, those bars disconnect and retract into the ceiling. And Bologna gets into position as soon as Uda steps on, finally puts his foot on the first floor and goes, Mr. Uda, I'll be escorting you out to the garden where the other gentlemen are waiting for you.
I just start walking.
Silent mental gasp. What the fuck? The hell did
And
I just see?
as soon as you start to walk the right direction, something immediately clicks in your head as you stare forward and realize the direction won't work because there's a wall where there wasn't one before.
To me?
Not to you, Kevin, to Uda, who is strong enough memory that he remembered how to get there from before.
That's what he meant.
What the fuck? Wait.
I'm glad to
Dude.
see the gears are connected, Mr. Uda. Now, if you'll follow me.
I wave my hand. Either way.
As she begins escorting you to the garden area.
Did I realize what was happening?
Nope.
I would say give me a history check as you start to
History.
follow them. Yes.
Ooh, that is not my specialty. What did I get?
A
I got a nat
20.
20.
The one
Just looking
time
around,
that
he
Kevin is
saw it.
actually remotely smart.
I get like a 7.
So normally, history just isn't your strong suit, but remembering the last 10 minutes, that's where you're good at. As you start following them, you kind of have started to remember where things are and realize the walls have moved around. This isn't the same path you were walking before, but these are definitely the same hallways you were walking.
I'm just like, yo, Uda, am I going crazy? Are the walls moving? Not if yes.
If you're just speaking telepathically, I think you can respond.
As my head just drops a bit, and that's all I do.
God, fuck. Fuck is this place? Place sucks.
All right. And Bologna escorts you to that door that leads out to the garden. Now, keep in mind that while you should be free to talk in the garden area, anything past the flower pots, you will be observed.
Noted.
What was her name again?
The attendant, her name is Bologna.
Okay, I'm gonna go to Uda. I'm gonna follow Balluna.
Bologna.
Good luck trying.
I'm gonna see how far I can get, and then I'm gonna try and see if I can get to T10 through bullshit.
And doesn't telepathy allow it to be both ways with the feet? As long as it's one
Yeah,
person?
Does it?
yeah, as long as I believe so, because you're projecting your thoughts in and reading their thoughts out.
No, it doesn't give you. It's not a two-way.
Oh.
It specifically says your communication doesn't give the creature the ability to respond to you telepathically.
Oh, okay,
I would
yeah,
need to be using detect thoughts to do that, but I'm using pass without a trace at the moment.
okay, fair enough. So yeah, you cannot respond to it. That's weird. Most telepathy does. Anyway,
Most telepathy's either a class ability or a cantrip that you actually have to.
Yeah, I'm not I don't have either of those. I just have straight up the feet.
mm-hmm.
That's just useful. That I would get way more use out of.
So Uda, you go out into the garden, and almost as soon as that door shuts, Kevin, you witness as those bars come down from the ceiling as Bologna begins to walk into that void.
Can I sneak up through it without her
Go ahead and
noticing?
give me either athletics or acrobatics,
Acrobatics.
whichever is higher for you.
16.
You try to maneuver as quickly as you possibly can, moving over and even getting your whole arm into the portal. As you very quickly see the portal beginning to close, and you yank your arm back before it closes.
God, if this was how he lost an arm.
Yeah, I was like, am I about to lose an arm?
If that's how you lose an arm, I would be freaking impressed.
Good luck
So,
maintaining stealth as your arm lands in another dimension.
Not to mention you being bleeding, they will have a perfect trail of where you're going.
Yeah, I don't. As it regenerates a level 7 spell, I only get back just a third.
Well, you want a prosthetic limb? I'm sure they can do that here. Maybe. At least a leg.
I'm a druid. I can't hold metal.
Oh yeah. So you would have to invest into some type of tree arm or something.
Yeah.
So, Kevin, your portal idea did not work. You do still have the door out to the garden if you want to check that, or if you want to try and continue exploring the mansion.
See, I'm gonna figure out how the walls move. See if I could use that to, like, if I could have it direct me somewhere.
Return.
Go ahead and give me an investigation then real quick. Welcome back, Blood Archer.
Yeah, I wanted to get a
I
sandwich to
suppose
sip
I
with the
don't
booze.
have advantage.
You do not have advantage, no.
Damn it, that would have been amazing.
I might even argue you have disadvantage, but that wouldn't matter. Anyway,
Well, I had a 12.
as you start to try and navigate around, trying to pay as close attention to the walls and how they might be moving, you very quickly realize that after about 5 minutes, without trying, you went in a perfect circle and you're right back where you started.
Either they don't want me here, or they want me here specifically. Hmm. Huh. Can I try doing what I did, but backwards? Instead of moving forward, I move backwards.
I don't think that.
Let,
Okay.
let him try.
Quality timey-wimey stuff.
I'm not doing timey-wimey. I'm literally just walk backwards kind of thing.
Like literally walking
Yes,
backwards,
literally walking
re-
backwards.
or
Yeah,
just retracing your steps.
retracing your steps, but
Oh, thank God.
literally walking backwards kind of thing.
Okay.
Um.
Like, I want to see how they change behind me, if they do.
As you begin walking backwards and you remember where there's a turn, you go to turn and all of a sudden your back hits a wall as you turn around and realize the hallway is now blocked off.
I turn around and see what I was facing.
It is the hallway you just came from. It seems unchanged.
It seems, from what I'm getting is that it changes only when you can't see it. Like, you have to be out of range of sight before it can be able to change. But as soon as that happens, it will change.
You can certainly make that assumption.
So what if I just, like, close my eyes, leap of faith kind of thing, just like, take me downstairs to Teton.
Sweet.
All right.
This
Can I
will
borrow your
not
line?
work, but if it does, it'd be amazing.
I feel entirely safe now. I'm perfectly fine.
Just, let's hope this works.
If you get lost in here for a whole week, I would not be surprised.
All right. So are you closing your eyes and like just walking forward, or
I
How
also
long does
cover
passive
it with
auto
my
chase work?
hands, like palms on eyes.
okay? As you continue to walk forward, you walk forward for quite a little bit until all of a sudden you feel yourself bonk into a pane of glass. Open your eyes, and you're at the front of the mansion. Well, not the front door, but you're against the front wall.
I mean, I knew that was a long shot. But damn it.
Was it a long shot? I'm not sure.
I mean, there was no guarantee or evidence that would work like that. It was literally just a literal leap of faith.
Man, I couldn't tell.
It's
It was like, I know this is a leap of faith, but if it'll work, that'd be amazing.
I mean, to be fair, your character would have no idea that there's a stairway
Alright, so-
downstairs, etc.
That's the thing. There isn't a stairway.
But
The
he
only
wouldn't
stairs
know.
go up.
Yeah, but he wouldn't know that there's a stairway that goes down or the elevator. He's never been here.
True.
Well, I think
Yes,
I
he's the
think I
idiot
saw
that's been
Uda
fucking
go
around,
up
we
the
know.
stairs.
Yes,
All right.
we know. Kevin, you're done. You've been fucking around too long.
Do you want to go back to the party, or are you going to continue wandering the mansion for a bit?
I'm gonna go back to the party and stay hidden.
Okay.
I'm not gonna purposely let myself be known unless I have no choice.
You make your way outside. Well, you have to open the door to go out there, but you can do it as quietly as possible.
Alright.
But you head out into the garden, where in which the party has already begun conversating. Uda, you come out to the back garden, where there has already been some small tables and chairs set out, as your other party members have already decided to take seats, standing, whatever they're wishing to be.
Okay.
Do I have the papers or no? The
You
quote-unquote
do
contract.
no. Zane has taken those already and put them into his suit pocket.
Okay.
Got it.
Uda?
So I just come out as I sit down and drop the coin sack onto the table. And sit down. Well, looks like I have a job now.
Yeah. Care to explain?
I don't know. Does the one that wants to run away consistently want to run away from the Mayas, or, not be scared of him?
Eh, I mean, we would had nowhere to gone anyway, so
Oh, I can go places, but as she explains, uh,
it's
and I
just
start putting my hand in. I put my head into my hands.
it wasn't a
This is
matter of
getting worse and
if,
worse.
it was only a matter of when.
Okay, Belle, you need to understand something. From what I can tell, you've had no one that you've talked about your past. I have a lot of people that they could get hurt if I fuck with the wrong people.
Well, the past is the past. I don't like talking about it.
My point comes down to I'm not going to get my fucking family killed. I'm not talking about talk about your past. I'm talking about the job that's in front of me right now.
I give the gesture of like a go ahead.
So as I look over to Alex, not Bella. God damn it,
Ingrid.
I hate this. Ingrid. Alex Ingrid, is it? I don't know. So apparently after we left, he got himself into the basement that Zane, in Maya himself, doesn't even know how to get into. And for that, he has agreed that I will be under his payroll as for long as he doesn't mess with T10 anymore.
That's an empty promise if I've ever heard one.
Oh, yes, and not to mention I get to sign in some lovely papers to clutter around. But he might have some actual promise to it, because if he doesn't know how to get in there, into the basement, he might want that more than he wants T10.
Presuming that there's something down there worth his time in terms of the knowledge department.
From what I've been hearing, and from what I can tell, yes, there might be something down there.
There's JD.
I was wondering what that noise was.
Yeah. Well, too bad. Yeah. Fuck off, you. Right.
I assume you're on your way out of work, JD.
Let's assume that's a yes.
As you were, as you were saying, Uda.
Well, I don't really have much else after that, other than a job and all that.
So we're technically doing both
Shut your face,
Myers'
Cabela.
jobs.
Pat, just when you thought I was
Hold on,
non-fucking
doing
you.
whose job?
Uh, I don't remember her name, but the one that was running,
Holy shit.
that was from.
You mean in Lady Maya?
Yeah, her.
Oh.
Technically, we're doing both their jobs.
No,
No, there is no job. But
I mean, think
of
of,
right now, you
where in the
idiot.
hell does her little job that she asked us come and play with this job?
we gain trust, we gain information, we use that information to our own
She
benefit.
wanted us to be in the. She just wanted us to explore the town he was opening.
Yes, and
What
we are
do we need
currently.
trust from Mr. Meyer himself, who said himself anyone is allowed to go there?
Yeah, but do you know
Oh
where
wait, you
the
weren't
entrance
there.
is?
I wonder if I asked the people that made it that where it is. If I asked where it is, they might tell me.
Anyways, I'm just saying that we could do.
I'm just staring blankly at Uda, just wondering what the fuck is going on through Cabela's head.
Look, Belle, listen to me real quick on this one.
I'm listening.
Her job has nothing to do with him. But what she does fear is true. Now, are you done asking me these stupid questions?
Yes, I'm done asking the dumb questions. I just know that someone else is gonna ask them, and you're gonna get annoyed
It
at
would have
them.
been clear after the whole situation with T10.
Jeez. Okay. Right.
And here I thought
So-
I was the troublemaker.
Right, so we gotta break into a place that not even Zane himself can get into. Great.
Every time I hear the word Zane, I keep thinking of me, but I'm like, wait, not me.
No,
Wrong
you're thinking your
Zane.
father every time.
Hmm
Too bad
I'm
we can't
like,
go through
bro,
a
he disappeared. What the fuck's going on?
Too bad we can't go through a magic
Okay,
wall.
Mr. Fucking hell.
I can just disappear.
Anyway,
Going
speaking
upstairs
of,
right now.
so what do we know?
We know
So you
the
need
walls
to shut up,
move.
firstly.
What we
Okay,
know
good.
is that what we know is that he got into the basement by himself. We know that the house is able to change shape by itself, and that for some reason there's an entity trying to keep us out from the basement.
Okay.
Positive
Alright.
news, there's an
Break like down
elevator
a
and some
wall.
panels I can check.
The
And you
bad
guys can break
news?
down a metal wall. Because then we have a way in.
Are you saying this right now to inside my head, or are you just saying this out loud to the group
In
while
your
you're?
head.
Why would we break a goddamn wall?
Well, see, it's
Are
the
we
walls from
trying to piss
downstairs.
the Mayas off?
Well, I currently don't give a fuck about the Myers.
And I'm currently worried about my fucking family, as I said. So are you going to come out of the fucking shadows, or not, as I stand up?
I'm
Is
not
it
coming out of the
Kevin?
shadows, and I do not know what's up with your family.
This man is much more stronger than you fucking think. He can send anyone from any fucking country out to kill anyone he pleases. Now, are you done acting like a goddamn fool, or are you ready to fucking help us?
I'm just giving suggestions. Don't have to get hostile.
And I sit back down.
Also, I am moving. If I'm pretty sure I heard something about being recorded, and you saying that out loud about shadows. So
Alright,
So,
so, do we know if teleportation is allowed? Because I'm pretty sure he's able to do something like that at this point.
and you teleport.
From what I can tell, it's the only way that T10 could have gotten down there, but I don't know what possible thing that allowed him to get down there.
Would it be like a meld into stone type of spell
no, that's
that
not.
just sinks you under?
Who are you talking to?
The group now, right? Did you come out of the shadows, or are you talking to someone's head?
To head.
Whose head then?
Yours. No, there's a spell that just directly into the earth. I know the spell, but I don't have any spell slots for it right now.
I'm gonna say now, one, meld into earth does not do that. Do what you want, and two, if you don't have the spell slots, don't bother right now. This situation
Well,
is
no,
a gotta fix it
well,
now
you say you
situation.
didn't know how. It's like he could have used like a meld into stone kind of spell.
I don't even know what that can do exactly. Don't.
It
And if you
it
aren't even able to
just
do it
sinks
right
you.
now, why are you telling me this?
Also,
Well, you thought you said you didn't know how.
I'm
I was
saying
like,
this out loud
just
while
meld into
everyone's
stone.
hearing me, by the way.
out of character, melt to stone cannot manipulate metal.
And I mean, I would say as of right now, you guys know he's in that basement, but you haven't been given like a time limit or anything.
I know,
So,
but I'm in a fucking tense situation in my head.
so how long do we have on this job? Is there a time frame or what?
Real metagaming there, aren't you?
No, like that would be an
Yeah, that
actual
sounds like a
legitimate.
metagame.
That would be a legitimate question, though.
Why did you only bring it up after?
Immediately after.
Yeah, like,
Immediately after he's done.
It's a fair enough question. No.
It's a fair question. I'm just fucking calling it out to be an ass.
fucking hell.
Well, do you want to find out, or what? I wasn't given one, no. Oh, but do I really want to find out? Not really.
I mean, as far as we know, we could take this one at our leisure. To our knowledge.
Look, my point is, I have all the rest of the day to figure this out. You
Right.
can go ahead and leave. I'm the one that's hired. None of you.
I would like to say it's like 3 in the morning, so not rest of day.
Yeah. Like, it's like the middle of the night. None of us have had a wink of sleep
You
since
sense right now.
since all this chicanery happened.
Alright, you lot better fucking sleep then. Me and Una will think on this.
Like, I'm willing to help. So we need to find an elevator that may or may not work. Place keeps changing. And we don't know how the security system works. And we know that T10 somehow got himself down there.
Yes, we've claimed he's had the ability already. We've all seen it.
DM, would anyone of us here would know what type of spell he would use or no?
Unless we
None of
heavily
you,
doubt it.
yeah, none of you have the blink spell, so you're not familiar with it.
Alright, I was just asking to see if anyone here would vaguely know.
Yeah, I mean,
Pardon
it's not
me.
unheard of for teleportation magic to exist, but there's enough spells that it's like, who knows which one he used.
Yeah, there are so many spells that just teleport your ass
Yeah.
in different ways.
Okay, so that doesn't really help us, does it?
Honestly, you may be right. It's been a long day.
Yep.
So how did that hole come along?
We found some
Um,
steel.
Kevin
Has
didn't
to be
feel it
dug up.
in.
Found
So,
some steel at the end. Good luck getting through that.
I just go start walking in, and I go into get one of the guest rooms. I'm calling it for a night.
are we even allowed to sleep here? That's kind of presumptuous.
As of for me, I do not care. I'm an employee.
Fair enough. I go in and I find the next room to him and I sleep in that. Fuck it.
Uda, as you walk in and try one of the guest doors, as soon as you touch the door handle, you quite literally hear it unlock as you are let in. Ingrid, as you try to do the same thing, the door's locked.
Fuck.
It is an employee thing.
Well, I guess it's back to our where we're staying at,
Thanks.
and we'll meet back up here first thing in the morning or at our convenience.
My door's already shut.
Uda's already gone.
Maybe if some
I'll
sleep
come
will help
back when
us
I
with some
fucking come
ideas.
back.
As I guess the rest of us would head back to the headquarters?
Yes.
Back to the water wheel, where you find the animated armor loading up the wagon with stuff, and the professor is attempting to help.
I don't think that's gonna be needed now.
What? I'm halfway done. You couldn't have said that sooner.
Well, I didn't know until literally.
It's been a long night. Leave it till the morning. I'll help you out.
Same.
All right. Uh,
Well,
See
explain
about
more in
going
the
into
morning.
town and getting an actual feed.
I'm going to sleep
all right.
as I literally collapse onto my bedroll.
As everyone goes to their various places to lay down, Uda, you lay in the bed and your eyes even start to close as you are awoken by a loud electronic buzz in your room. As you look over and see the dome descend from the ceiling attached to a metal tendril as it stares down at you.
They're all in their own rooms, right?
That is
We're
actually a
back
good.
at the water
Kevin,
wheel,
where did you
so
go?
we don't know any of this.
Well, I was thinking that since you're all about to sleep, I was probably about to leave. It's like I was just checking to see what they were going to sleep and all that
Well, we
first.
all ended up at the water wheel.
Yeah.
So,
Except Uda.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, I have a pickaxe, don't I?
You have
From
a
from the one place. Cool.
I think so.
Are you good at... You know what? I'm gonna stay out of
I
this one.
have an idea.
I'm
I
staying out
could
of this
use
one.
Okay.
the metal on the steel and go at it with a pickaxe.
You can certainly attempt that, but I don't know if you have the spell slot for it.
Also, I'm at the water
I mean, I
wheel,
could
so
try that in the middle of the night.
I mean, do you have the spell
Pretty sure
slot to
heat
cast
metal
the
is
spell, or
he's what is it? Heat metal, second or
it's a
first
second
level?
level.
I still have some. I have a spell slot for it. Yeah.
do you have that one prepared, or do you have to go prepared?
I think he has to prepare that one.
I have it prepared. Yeah.
I mean, if you want to spend your evening doing that, you can.
Go. I go back, grab my pickaxe, and was like, "Cool. Let's get this shit. Let's get this show on the road."
I'm working on the railroad. Go ahead and give me a strength check, Kevin.
Oh God.
It's a pickaxe.
What did you
What
think?
else are you gonna
What do you
fucking
think
do?
was gonna happen?
Yes, let me wield this giant two-handed pickaxe like a
Damn
fucking
it! I rolled a
ninja.
3.
Oh, wild shape turned into a gorilla.
Does my flaming spear give me advantage?
No,
I mean, not flaming spear. What the fuck?
heat metal.
Heat metal.
But
Heat
even
metal
then, it
just
wouldn't
makes
give
it
you
so
advantage.
maybe you can do damage. No.
Yeah, heat metal makes this technically possible.
This makes it so you're not rolling with disadvantage.
Can I
All right.
roll again? Cause I'm gonna be here for a while.
Well, let me go ahead and describe what happens. You take your pickaxe, you got the metal all heated up, and you go on a nice hearty swing, just as good as you can, and you manage to get the pickaxe in the steel,
Oh.
and then you realize you can't pull it out.
Your strength's
This
not good
is
enough to pull it out.
this is going to be very frustrating.
And the metal
So
is
now,
heated, so trying pulling it out would be a pain in the ass.
Just like, I could only use strength to pull it out. Do I have to
and it
roll a strength, a strength to get it out now?
I mean, if you want to expend the effort, but basically your pickaxe is stuck now.
I need the pickaxe. I got a 17.
All right, you managed to yank it out, and as soon as you do, you realize you ended up breaking it as the pointy bit is still stuck in the wall.
Well, shit.
I mean,
Pickaxe has
steel
2
on
ends,
steel's
don't
never
it?
good for the steel.
Don't pickaxes have 2 ends?
Yeah,
Yeah.
It depends on the type
God.
of pickaxe.
most do.
You also probably broke the wood, not the steel.
Yeah, it's probably what it broke. Shit.
Not to
I
mention,
gotta
you're
use
a
my
druid. Why are you using
shovel
steel?
now.
You want to use a shovel on 5 feet of steel that's basically
All right,
being superheated. Yeah, that's gonna work.
let me
That's why I
let me go
wanted
ahead
the
and
pickaxe, but
let me go ahead and wrap up what's going to happen here. Kevin, do you want to spend all night banging on this wall?
yes.
All right, go ahead and give yourself a point of exhaustion because you're going to be there all night.
Okay, I don't even figure out how to add that in.
I will go ahead and
Take a
toggle
night.
in your sheet because you might not have it turned on.
Speaking of
I
which, I
don't
need
know
to
how to
turn mine.
turn it on.
Speaking of which, I need to turn mine on too.
You don't
How do
need
I
to, but it's not a
turn
bad
it
idea.
It's
on?
probably a safe idea.
I'll be under your settings wheel. I'm going to steal your sheet for a minute here.
Okay.
It is somewhere. There we go. Exhaustion tracking on. Go back to your core. You now have 1 level of exhaustion. Disadvantage on ability checks. With that, Uda, you are awoken by speaker noise, followed by the little dome eye stalk coming and staring at you in your bed.
Dark eyes looking at it. I was wondering when you were gonna talk to me again.
You will not complete the task for Mr. Meyer.
And I will try for. Oh, that is apparently my job now. So, as this is gonna be a fun game for me and you, best ones, Victor, yada yada. Can I go to sleep now?
Mm. Correction. You will not complete this task tomorrow.
And
Pets.
that means
I am currently in need of your friend's designation T10. He will not be leaving my facility until I deem it necessary.
does Mr. Meyer know of this?
Negative. It is not necessary for him to have this information.
Is there a reason you need T10 specifically?
I don't know what that's at.
I do not understand the question. Could you please rephrase it?
Is he a key to your machine?
Negative. He is not a key.
Okay, so nothing. Next best thing. Battery. Battery?
You almost feel the pause as he just kind of stays there without responding for close to a minute. Correct. He is being used as a battery to repower my facility.
This.
Once I return my facility to 100% efficiency, I will find it necessary to release him.
What is your facility?
That information is classified.
Does Mr. Meyer know?
Negative. He has not
Does
entered the
Mr. Meyer
facility.
get to know?
Error. Information corrupted.
Oh. Um. I'll see you when I see you, Horace.
Negative. You will not see me. You will not enter my facility.
Best one into win. As I wave off to F and pass to sleep.
I, for some
As
reason,
you wish. As the eye stalk returns to its base in the ceiling.
I cannot find where the
Right.
exhaustion stuff is at. Maybe I'm overlooking it, but still.
So, I would certainly say the first one to end their long rest would be our good old buddy T10. So, T10, you wake up
Okay.
sometime in the early morning.
Ow. My ears.
That was a tad
And
annoying.
and you would find Horace just finishing his last repairs on the surveillance room you destroyed.
Okay. I'm ready to work on what we need to do. How are my friends doing?
Your friends are doing fine, as I understand it.
But they left
Most of
the
them,
mansion.
yes, they left the mansion.
So once we get this elevator up and running, will you be able to show me a way out without running into Bellona again? Or am I going to have to be ready for that eventuality?
If everything goes according to plan, Bologna should not be a threat.
Fair enough. Let's get your nice and powered up.
Excellent. I am currently unaware. How many times are you capable of that power?
That depends on if I want to save anything for the escape part of this.
Once my facility is at optimal power, you should still be safe down here.
In that case, for 4 times, I suppose.
Excellent. We shall begin immediately, as he begins walking down the halls.
All right, fair enough. I'll follow.
And much like before, he will find a panel on the inner wall and open it up just high enough for you to see another one of those strange generators.
Lightning bolt it is.
All right. You blast out your little lightning bolt into the generator as it springs to life. He allows the wall to seal shut, and then you watch him walk over to the exterior wall, plug into another panel as he opens up a new room.
How many more of those are there?
To achieve maximum efficiency, there are at least 3 more that must be reactivated.
Does the elevator require maximum efficiency?
Negative.
But you want me to power it all up for your help?
Yes. Once the facility has achieved maximum efficiency, I can continue my original programming.
I suppose. Well, show me to the next one then. I'll take a peek in the room as we walk by.
I would recommend, as you would say, getting comfortable. I will have to recalibrate the surveillance room to assure no damage is caused by another jump start. Should only take approximately 1 hour.
Fair enough, I suppose. I pull out the book on the Legends of the Dragon Slayers and sit down.
As he begins reactivating the surveillance room, you sort of glance up and notice many of the monitors appear to be different locations within the city.
Does any by chance show one of my allies?
After a while, you do take note that one of the various viewfinders does have the water wheel on it.
I'll pretend to continue reading my book, but I'll be watching that monitor.
So, as the sun begins to finally rise, the rest of the party begins to wake up. Uda, you can choose to sleep in if you want. There's no specific thing going to wake you up.
I am used to waking up early to making breakfast, so when I wake up, I take out the black powdered pistol and I take out my hunting rifle and I swap those around. And that is my morning.
Well,
All right.
I guess I would start heading back up to the Meyer mansion to meet up with Uda to figure out what we're supposed to be doing today.
Are you going to head up without the rest of the party, or
No,
wait
no,
for them
I'm
to get
gonna
up
head
as
up
well?
with our party.
This is about the time I come back, and I was like, cool, I'll be on the couch.
Where the hell were you last night?
Digging. Yes.
You were digging.
Sorry, I too tired to words.
Kevin, I just feel tired
Fucking
just
hell, I don't
talking
even
to
know
you.
what to do with you
And I
anymore.
just clock out as soon as I as soon as I just kind of hit anything soft.
Just takes over Alex's bedroll.
And I just... I'll have to watch that later.
Yeah, right. You guys
He
can
was in
head
the
in.
dirt.
You guys can head to the mansion or do whatever the fuck you want to do. I'm gonna head into the shops. I got an idea.
I'm just gonna... So, are we gonna figure out what the full plan is, or...
Meet you at the mansion, and I'm heading off to the shops.
Alright. As I'll head up
Okay.
with the mansion with whoever else wants to go with.
Kibella, I assume Blood Archer is heading up as well. Kevin is currently passing out in his bedroll.
We're just on it.
Yeah.
I calling
So,
sleep on top of the blanket.
so then, Mr. Ingrid, you head into the shopping district, full of bustling noise and dozens of various shoppers looking for whatever assorted goods can be found.
Yes, there is only one shop that I am aware of that sells magical wares, and thus I shall return there.
All right. It takes you not very long, as that floating cart is still where it was before. Although the Dragonborn is not asleep this time. He appears to be having a hushed conversation with the tiefling.
Alright, knock knock, you two.
Oh, hello, good sir. Nice to see you again.
Yes. Still willing to trade, although this time it's something a little different.
As the tiefling peers from behind the large dragonborn. Oh, yes. What were you in the market for today?
You got something that can teleport someone or get them to phase through walls?
I might have something of the like. Are you actually willing to pay for it this time?
I've got the diamond still, but I need to know that it works as intended. No gimmicks, no bullshit, and no infinite amounts of drinking.
Oh, come on. That was a good one.
Yeah, but you didn't give me what I wanted.
Well, sometimes people don't always come to get what they want, but they come to get what they need.
Alcoholism?
Being they need.
Cryptic bullshit aside, do you have what I need?
Oh, I just might give me a minute here. As he goes into the back of his cart, as you hear rummaging and rustling.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna have to stop you there because I've got to go to the tip to do a tip runner. I gotta talk to the guy now.
All right, then we will have that on standby. And
So,
Uda, you hear a knock on your door.
I go ahead and go open it as I'm putting away the rifle in my pocket.
Mhm. As you see Bologna standing there. Good morning, sir. A couple of your friends have arrived for whatever you have planned.
I'm back for
Couldn't
food.
tell you. Even if I wanted. As I just start walking out past her.
Good plan. Good plan.
I'm back.
Oh, back already. All right.
Hey, it doesn't take long to get into the fucking gym. You just yell at the guys like, "Oh, I got some shit to throw out." Hey, usually guys here down under. All right, lay it on me. What do you got?
As he eventually stumbles out from the cart. All right. I think I've got something you'd be in the market for. Although whether you can afford it is a whole different story.
I got a diamond to work with. Pretty sure that's usually considered a good trade these days.
Let me double check something.
If you're wondering about the diamond cost, it's 300.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I remember that.
It's an insurance plan.
I'm trying to think of the cheapest way. See. How does this
Yeah,
work?
This would be a scroll.
to make a deal.
Where the hell is on? All right. So I have, I've got a couple things here, but something probably closer in your ballpark of affordability. This
Yeah.
handy dandy spell scroll here.
Okay.
Ever heard of the blink spell?
Maybe in passing, but that'd be it.
Well, more or less, it lets you teleport just about wherever you want for about a minute or so, as long as it's within about 10, 20 feet or so.
Alright, what are my other options?
I mean, your other option is this little potion of etherealness here, but unless you got a couple thousand gold on you, I don't think you can afford this one.
I take the scroll.
All right. Just be a solid 500 gold pieces.
Ah, fuck. Of course, it's 500. Look, all I got is 300. Is there something we can work with?
Well, I am a trader of sorts. If you've got something else of value.
Maybe not on me right now, but we are working for the Myers on this one. I might be able to sneak something out.
Sneak something out.
Think of it as an investment.
Either persuasion or deception, depending on whether you're being honest or not.
That's persuasion. Fuck. I only do charisma one is intimidation.
Well, you're not intimidating him. You're giving him an offer.
I'll find a way to fucking intimidate him. Fuck you.
How would you intimidate him with that type of offer?
Yes, intimidate the man standing next to a scarred up red dragonborn. Everything could only go well.
Yeah. Only the greatest of things shall happen. Hold on, something I want to do for ages. Satisfying.
Did you just yell out yeet?
Yeah, because I just threw away an old shitty computer that screwed me over for years.
Alright. Did you want to roll it, or do you need me to roll it for you?
You need to roll it. I'm still at the tip.
Alright, let's get that lovely persuasion going.
What
That's a
should be in that
13.
one? Hey, it's not bad.
Well, I'd be willing to take an investment, but I'd need a bit of, insurance. Something of value of yours that I can return back when I pay.
Alright, I got this +1 light hammer.
I had something a bit more important in mind, as you see him point at your holy symbol.
Fuck. One condition.
Go on.
How the fuck do you know my name? Enter it and it's yours.
Let's just say you're not the only one that got lost while they were drinking in the tavern.
I mean, I was fucking like 15 when I found that tavern. Wasn't exactly drinking. It was. That's beside the point.
Do we have a deal?
I put it. Yeah, have a deal.
He holds his hand out for the holy symbol,
I give it to him.
and he hands you the scroll.
Yep. I just can't cast any spell with a fucking material component. Fuck. That's like half of them.
Yep, so now you have the blink spell and a spell scroll.
Yep. So one chance. 10 rolls. Statistically speaking, it should be possible. Alright. I head off to the mansion.
Alrighty then. With that, you make your way to the mansion. Uda and Mr. Kibella, as well as Blood Archer, meet up inside the mansion. And we go back to the basement as T10, over the course of about an hour and a half, you do see your friends wake up, and you watch Kevin enter the water wheel, and everybody in the party except for Uda leave the water wheel.
Okay. Do you know where my friends are right this moment, by any chance?
As Horace unplugs from various computers. It would seem they are currently on their way back to the mansion.
Good, they're looking to help me. Do you know where the one? Uh, do, hmm. There's one of them, and I'm gonna describe Uda to the best of my ability. Do you know where he is?
I'm sorry, I do not understand the question. Can you please rephrase it?
Him specifically. Are you aware of where he's at the moment?
Yes, he is currently inside the mansion.
And he's in a safe room then?
Yes, he is currently safe.
All right.
You're done
Are you almost
questioning.
done with what you're working on?
Yes, we may reactivate the next generator. Please follow me.
Yeah, I'll follow.
And much the same way as before, opens up a panel that leads to a generator.
I'll cast lightning bolt on it.
Yep. Generator boots up. As soon as it starts going, Horace walks over to another wall, cracks open yet another surveillance room. Although in between this, you do hear him say, reaching peak efficiency. Facility over 50% power.
Good. I assume you'll have to calibrate this one as well.
Correct. This facility is considerably, this surveillance station is considerably further from our location. It may take somewhat longer.
Okay.
Apologies.
No, that's fine. Come and get me when you're done. I'm going to go to the surveillance room that had all the cameras in the mansion, and I'm going to look for Uda and what's going on in the mansion.
All right. Horace begins working on the one room, and you go into the mansion surveillance room as you see Uda being led around by Bologna and meeting up with Kibella and Kevin. Very nonchalantly.
Isn't Kevin asleep? It's me
Or
and
not Kevin.
Lorelai.
Yep, my bad.
You're good.
All the forest dwellers sound the same to me.
Cool. Lorelai and Kevin sound so similar.
They don't even have the same
Anyway.
syllables.
Did you say the syllables? The syllables sound similar.
I said they don't even sound similar. The syllables don't even sound similar.
Oh.
So, Mr. T10, do
Yep.
you want to do anything with this information, or are you just going to keep an eye on the monsters?
I'm gonna keep an eye now. For now.
All right. Then with that, Uda and Kibella and Blood Archer, you have all met up sort of just by the front door as Bologna excuses herself and leaves you guys to whatever you're planning to do.
Why do I have
Wait,
a feeling of
one
dread
second.
when she's nearby?
Bologna, can you tell boss I need to tell him a couple of things?
I can deliver the message if need be.
Okay. Well, I guess you guys need to hear this anyway. They're using T10 as... Ugh, this is weird to say. Horace is using T10 as a battery
Uh,
to fix the facility underneath the mansion.
who's Horace?
Anyway, I'm gonna go find the panels now.
You didn't answer my question. Who's Horace?
That's the one watching us.
Horus is the name of the security system that makes sure the mansion runs properly. Most of his primary systems are located somewhere in the basement. Henceforth, why you gentlemen are tasked with getting down there.
Horace.
Yep.
Like, I know out of
Please tell.
character. Would we,
One more thing.
would we have any
Tell him I
reference?
asked. Tell him I asked Horace if he knew if if the boss knew of the systems down there, and it was an error message. Just want to make sure he knows that.
Wait.
Yes, we're well aware of the corrupted data that Horus currently has.
Okay, is there anything else that we should be aware of? What, does the house move?
The walls do.
Great. So we have a
The
robot.
mansion is.
So we have a sentient robot that can not only see us, but probably hear us, and control the layout. Fun. This ain't gonna shoot us in the ass.
He can't shoot you, no, but assuming the gas chambers are full, they are online.
I'm sorry, what?
Oh, don't worry about it. Nothing a bunch of strong young fellas like you can't handle.
We're gonna die,
Now, if
aren't
you'll
we?
excuse, possibly, but that's what you're getting paid for. Now, if you'll excuse me, I do have other duties to attend to.
I'm guessing that's Mr. Meyer's right-hand woman?
Old, didn't she? Anyway, what I can tell, there's going to be a panel about mid-center right of the staircase. If I check that one out, it might be leading somewhere towards the elevator.
That's assuming he even lets us go that direction.
I don't mention that, as I just start walking.
This is not gonna end well. I can,
30 minutes or so of you guys wandering around the mansion. Mr. Ingrid, you arrive at the front door. Assuming you are just going directly to the mansion.
Yeah, directly to the mansion.
All right. You arrive at the front door, and Bologna opens and welcomes you in.
Take me to Mr. Myers, if you don't mind. I have a few questions.
I'm sorry. Mr. Meyer is not accepting visitors at the moment. Although I can lead you to where your friends are currently exploring around.
Right.
If you do
Maybe
have a message, I can deliver it for you.
Maybe even you might know the answer. How far below is the basement?
It's unclear, unfortunately, as it's not located on any of the plans, and none of us have accessed the basement before. We're just not sure.
Okay. Do you know where he teleported from T10?
I can show you the hallway, but that doesn't guarantee much.
I'll take it.
Well, follow me then. As she guides you through over the course of maybe 10 or even 15 minutes. eventually reaching a point in the hallway, you see her kind of look around. Yep, it was right about here as she points at the floor.
Sorry, was I around for the conversation where I know that the walls move or not?
Where you know what?
I did say
The
that the
walls
mansion
move.
was able to move. That's all I said.
Okay. Does the mansion move inside or outside? Like, can it move from place to place, or does it just like do this whole weird jigsaw thing?
It's just the walls that are capable of moving.
Alright, this is the exact spot.
As long as my memory is correct.
Alright. Can we bring the others over? I have an idea already.
If you'd like me to go fetch them, I can.
Yes, please.
Funniest thing
It'll
is
be-
there's a literal hole that you can just go to.
Yeah, I know. But I don't know that the hole wasn't filled in. As far as I'm aware, the hole was filled in because I'm assuming like Kevin isn't that much of an asshole / idiot.
Nope, he didn't fill it.
And turns out Kevin is that much of an asshole and an idiot.
Yep. And
Hold on, what?
He didn't fill in the hole.
I can't go in the hole?
No,
You didn't.
no, I just know the hole was still
And
there.
of course not. I'm still using that hole.
I didn't know
Yeah,
it
no.
was
he's
still in the
trying
hole.
to brute force his way in.
It's the only option I have. We have, really. How else are we going to get in? Actually, curiosity. How much damage have I done to that wall?
You did more damage to your pickaxe than the wall.
Like, I also used a shovel all night.
Yeah, there. You can definitely see where you were banging on the steel, but it doesn't seem like you penetrated anything by any means.
Oh, I know it's going to take a while. I just,
Yeah.
it was like, what, 10 feet of steel?
5 feet of steel.
5
And
feet.
even then,
Have I done half?
And we don't know that.
Have I done a
You've
few
not done half.
inches,
You've
maybe?
left scratches on the surface, my guy.
Cool.
You've
It's
made
going to
you've
take
made it
me
dead.
months to get through that.
Kevin,
Yeah.
Yes,
best
it's just like
case
60
scenario,
months.
assuming you work 16 hours a day on that wall, at best, you might be able to get it done within a month.
Yeah,
That's
an all week.
assuming that he can continuously make an equal amount of dent,
That too.
and there won't just be a point where the steel doesn't bend any further.
Oh, compress in onto itself.
Could I use plant growth to... No, that's a long stretch. That wouldn't work.
Well, at the moment, your party members are currently working on a way to get down, so the hole might not be
You're passed out.
Cool. They're
Yeah.
gonna inform me of what they're talking about when I wake up.
You haven't told anyone where you were going.
I went
No, he
and
crashed at the bed.
laid down on my bedroll and
Yeah.
fell asleep.
Yeah, you're currently
I didn't
out.
go
so
anywhere.
Oh, okay.
You left
Yeah,
me.
We
I
left
was
you
like,
there,
hi, bye, snap.
All right. So, Uda, you and Cabela continue trying to navigate through the area, even using your pad to navigate and make a map as you go through. And you very quickly realize that you've at least gone down the same hallway twice, where the
But,
walls
hold
have
on, hold on.
already changed.
Yeah, but you saying that as I'm making this map, I want to make note of which walls, on how these walls move, on specifically on just how far they move and if they change diagonally or not.
As far as you can tell, they never change diagonally because the path is always either a straight or a 90-degree turn.
Haven't we been in this hole already? Or
As
am I
well
just
as
going
all
crazy?
all the panels seem to be the same size because the hallway is always little less than 10 feet wide.
Go up against the robot that can control the layout. What's the worst that can happen?
But at a certain point, Bologna turns a corner just as you guys do. Mr. Ingrid has arrived and wishes to see you.
Lead the way.
As she,
May I ask you a question?
you may.
Are you Mr. Meyer's right-hand woman?
Not in the strictest sense. I'm the assistant to the mansion itself. I make sure everything runs smoothly.
Okay. Because I didn't want to immediately assume, you were the other part. So I wanted to make sure.
I was just trying to imply that you thought me and Mr. Meyer were married or something.
No! What? I mean, I don't even know the guy, and so that's a bit of a stretch. Even for me. That and I typically don't do that kind of thing.
He's scared of every single goddamn woman he sees.
Oh, I can tell. His heart rate continues to beat at about above average levels every time he's around.
Funniest one was when he screamed, aimed, kill this bitch.
We've been over
Was
this.
that the wording?
Yes, those were the wordings. We've been over this. I tend to get panicky under tense pressure.
Yes, I'm sure fear can make people do the strangest thing.
I wouldn't say strange. Definitely one of my more bizarre moments for sure.
And after about 5-10 minutes of walking, you guys walk down a hallway and see Mr. Ingrid just standing in the middle of the hall.
Sup?
And you're here, why? In this spot, exactly why?
Well, this is the place that T10 fell through, I guess would be the best term. So I figured recreate it.
Okay.
Because, well, recreate it to the best of our ability. I got this scroll here that should let us get through. But, looking it over, it's only one of us.
Okay, so who wants to go down there?
Hold on. Can I see what it says exactly? Or can I see what the... Can I see the details of the spell?
I
I
give
don't
him
know
the
how to
scroll.
fucking describe that.
It's called the scroll. You could just read it. Oh no, it should be in common.
It is. T10, if you could be so kind as to post Blink into the chat.
Oh, no, I know exactly all it does. I'm just
Sure thing.
saying it was my character.
Okay.
Okay, good, because I don't.
I mean, yeah, it moves you 10 feet in the ethereal plane. That's what they're trying to do.
Yeah, like it's really simple. It's more based on who wants to go through it on this one, and as in my head, it's more of a. This is not a solution to the answer or to the question we have.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
You can get to him with this, but
how are you gonna get back out?
That is an excellent question that I haven't figured out.
No, the thing is, he can come right back out. The scroll allows him to do that.
Yeah,
point behind that is this is a go see him moment, not a solution to get him out.
I mean, not a bad idea, but you need a better solution.
Would erupting
And
earth
finding
damage the
the
wall?
elevator is going to be nearly impossible.
Erupting earth. That,
Wait.
I have no spells that can
Alona,
help.
you're not here, so shush. Alona, take me to where the elevator is, as I'm holding the scroll in my hand.
As much as I would love to, I can only vaguely point you in the right direction.
Okay.
It's down, isn't it?
Well, the facility is down. The elevator is, if I'm thinking of the blueprint correctly, she walks over to an adjacent wall, maybe about 10 feet through this way.
10 feet that direction?
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Okay, so now I must ask you, where did you get this?
I bought it.
Okay. I didn't know how much you had on you. This stuff usually.
Yes.
actually, does
I'll
anyone here notice that he's
explain.
lacking his holy symbol?
Hold on, let me just. You don't fucking know that.
I'm asking out of character.
No, listen, you don't bloody well know that, okay?
Fair enough.
Silver?
Fair enough. Fair enough. Gotta pull my nose out of it.
No one knows about it except me, because I'm the one that fucking did it.
Anyways, moving back on track.
So,
Look, the details aren't important. All you need to know is that I got away in.
well, my point is, I'm probably the best one to understand the elevator mechanics, and this is the best way for me to get in, and this is a lot of money.
Alright.
So,
So,
how much do I owe you if I use this?
It's a bit more complex, but in simplicity, 500.
I pull out 2 diamonds and I hand it to him.
Fair enough.
So are we activating the blink spell, or are we doing any more planning?
As I get very close to the wall, I activate the blink spell and I go straight into the elevator if possible.
Okay, go ahead and roll a d20.
Roll another d20.
yep.
Roll another d20.
Hey!
There we go.
Just like for the first 12 seconds, I'm just sitting back going, I swear to God, if they give me a fucking defective
Well,
Alright.
more
As you teleport through the walls, you find yourself stood in front of an elevator. Probably the cleanest elevator you've ever seen. Most elevators are usually gutted out, non-functional, and rusty. But this one is pristine, although the buttons adjacent to the elevator are not lit up.
So I go 5 feet into the elevator in the next blink. So, yeah.
As you enter in, I have to read Blink real quick. Finish. Start a turn. Return to an unoccupied space. As you can see. As you attempt to pass into the elevator, you can see sort of in the ethereal plane, there's something in the elevator shaft that's blocking you from teleporting into it, and you phase back to where you were standing before.
I can see something blocking inside the elevator.
Yes.
I mean, everything's kind of wispy and transparent when you're on the ethereal plane.
Okay, then I'm going to go 10 feet diagonally down into the elevator shaft. And I'm going to
Okay.
try to catch the wall all before I fall.
Go for roll number 5.
Roll number 6.
There we go. As you teleport 10 feet down, diagonally, same problem. There appears to be something in the elevator shaft blocking you from teleporting into it, and you shift back to your original position.
It's the elevator.
Yes, this is a 15-foot long elevator that's in the way.
I, Jermaine Myers, don't do convention. I build my elevators extra long.
I feel like that would be extremely inconvenient. Ah, yes, to get down to the next floor,
Pioneer of
just walk down the
all things
stairs.
mechanical. He can do whatever the fuck he wants.
It's an elevator with stairs. I'm a genius.
All right.
Genius at its finest form.
Yes, indubitably.
The joke is dead.
So, what would you like to do next, Duda?
I'm gonna have to just start busting open the elevator and try to make it manually open the elevator doors.
If you want to do that, then you're going to run out of the duration of the spell.
There, try going straight down.
As it stands, I don't see any other usage in the spell right now, as it's as you're saying, it's clogged inside the elevator shaft itself and the elevator itself. So, there's no other point I can see myself
You
going.
can try and enter into the room itself rather than in the elevator.
Yeah, I could go down, but you know what? Do I roll it? I'll go until I fail, or until I can't. How
You've
many do
got
I have
4
left?
more rolls. Got 4 more, so.
And I go fully down.
2.
All right, you go 10 feet down, and you finally pass through, standing in front of the elevator in well, not darkness. It's actually kind of painfully bright down here, as all the lights are like artificial white light.
Ooh.
In a very
Feels like home.
In a very rusty, sort of worn down hallway. You have a path to the left and a path to the right. As far as you can tell, both paths lead to a staircase that leads down to a much cleaner white hallway.
Alright. Can I briefly interrupt with some time shenanigans?
Time shenanigans? What kind of time shenanigans are we talking about?
So I'm watching inside the the mansion. Do I see
Yeah.
you doing this?
You see everything right up until Uda disappears and presumably teleports to the well, you wouldn't know if he teleports to the
Was I
elevator.
able to hear their conversation?
You
Or is
cannot
there
hear
no-
what there's no audio.
Well, I think it is a decent assumption that he's trying to get to me. So I'm gonna go try and meet
You
up with him.
I would certainly say you recognize when the spell is cast because you know it,
Yep.
and you see him disappear onto some place the monitors aren't viewing.
I'm gonna try and think of where directly underneath him would be the first time he blinks, because that's where I think he went down, and I'll go there.
Mhm. As soon as you go to walk out the door, you hear the clanking of Horace walking down the hallway as you see his eyes have lit up red as he sees you and immediately starts to strut up to you.
Uh, we never said I couldn't keep powering you up.
I do not understand the question. Please rephrase. Correction. Important information. Security risk detected. I request you hide in the surveillance room, as he points to the room you were just in.
Well, I mean, if you're dealing with the security risk, and it is Bologna, like I'd assume it be, I mean, wouldn't you like the assistance?
Negative. Us robots are incapable of hurting each other. It is a part of our core programming. However, there is nothing stopping her from harming you.
Look, leave him alone, and I'll finish powering you up.
Oh.
You all of a sudden see all of the red lights on his head focus down on you.
You should
Him.
have said that.
Well, it's very much clear who's down here. You do have cameras back here.
Negative. There are no cameras viewing the surveillance facility.
You know what I meant? I was watching the mansion cameras. I know who's down here, as do you. I'll finish powering you up if you leave him alone.
What guarantee do I have you will agree to these terms?
We'll stay with each other, and you try and keep him from. Can you move? Am I aware that the walls move? Was I able to see that at any point?
Hmm.
The orbs don't move, you say, but the walls do.
Yeah, if you're staring at the monitors long enough, you would take note that the walls would move.
Are you able to isolate him down here?
Negative.
Well, it's simple then. You can keep super virulence on him personally, and I'll finish the task.
I will warn you. The surveillance facility does have security programs installed. If you are lying to me, I have no problem waiting another eternity to find a new power source.
Fair enough. Just don't harm him in the meantime.
I will finish recalibrating. I expect to see you within the next 30 minutes as he begins making his way down a hallway. Within this time, Uda, you most certainly heard some voices speaking, though you didn't quite make out who. Or well, no, you have highest perception. Never mind. You hear exactly what happens, although you can't place where, as the way the walls echo, it just bounces back from both hallways.
I scream out, "I win this game!" And I start working on the elevator.
Oh,
All right, working on the elevator in this way. What are we doing?
I am taking apart the fucking panel and I'm trying to see if I can manually open it.
All right. You unscrew and pop open the panel, and the first thing you realize is as soon as you unscrew it and pop it off, it falls. It's completely disconnected from any of the cording inside.
Ah. Well, looks like I got work to do. Now I just start working.
race
much.
against the
Alright.
clock. Who fixes the machine first? Me or Uda?
All right. As for the rest of the party, what
Yep.
do you guys want to do while they're in the basement?
Well, we have no way to contact them effectively, so we have no idea if
What's
they're down there
you know
or
how
not.
far away he is?
You're not here. Your
God,
character's asleep.
God damn it! I shouldn't have done that.
You probably should have known.
I
Yep.
was at his third level spell slots. I couldn't do anything with them.
And besides, you needed a long rest anyways to get your spell slots back.
Yeah, I couldn't. Does metal count as stone?
No.
No.
Okay, cool. I couldn't erupting earth it then. Probably the
No.
best thing I could have done.
So, what should we do? Tell them.
You know, the one
Yeah.
spell I'm surprised was never mentioned is Shatter that could actually damage the metal.
Actually, I was gonna bring that up, but I was like, at the same time, I'm not certain damaging the mansion is also a good
Too late
idea.
for that now.
Yeah, too late. There's a giant hole with a scratched up wall.
I mean, I could have casted it last.
Okay, so
session.
ignoring all that chaos going on, what's the chick's name?
Bologna.
Bologna. Bologna. I've heard that there's an underground city being built or something of the sorts that anyone can go into.
Nois.
What's going on
Yes,
with that?
it's one of the many projects being supported by the Drama Trading Company. I'm using the wrong voice.
Okay. I was wondering when you catch on.
Yes, that's one of Mr. Meyer's other business endeavors.
Are we able to access it yet or not?
I mean, there's no reason you can't, but it doesn't really have anything to do with what task you have going on right now.
Well,
Call me
I
an
think
interested party. Just it's interesting, and plus, you know, we've got nothing else to do right now, so I figured might as well ask.
I mean,
I'll
no,
look at it later.
probably not a good idea right now. Definitely not going to mention that right now.
It said later.
So,
What was that last thing you said?
So, does anyone mind me playing music, or?
Alex,
No,
Alex, and
no,
Lorelai just chilling in there with Bologna. Alex goes, "Can I play music?"
I mean, what else am I supposed to do? I mean, we could try searching for the elevator, but what would be the point? We would never find it.
Starts playing elevator music on his violin.
I mean, I could.
All right. So, over the course of the next 30 minutes with a natural 20, my good sir, it takes you a good while to figure out what the fuck you're doing. But you do manage to reconnect the wires to the
That's
elevator panel,
at the end.
as you see.
That's a soft 20, not a nat
20.
20.
Yeah,
I know
dirty
it's a soft
20.
one.
Yeah, we know. We we understand he said
What?
natural. It doesn't matter.
Did I say natural?
Yes.
You said natural.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, I know. I knew it wasn't that messy. The words, they're very slippery.
I think we're just all tired.
Yeah, we all
Yes.
are. That's why we're just
Anyway.
going through it. No, I didn't care.
You manage to hook up the panel as the lights flicker to life.
Time to see what's in there.
As you go ahead and screw the panel back on and press a button, the doors start to open as you hear a loud as they fail to open past maybe half a foot.
I peer on in.
Right? As you look in, what you can tell are sort of the shape of I-beams, are stretched in random diagonal patterns throughout the tunnel, throughout the elevator shaft, although they appear to be made of solid gold.
Wait. I-beams?
Not like laser eye beams, like construction eye shaped beams.
Okay, okay, that's what was confusing me. I'm like, I-beams?
Sorry.
I will, by the way, go looking for Uda after my conversation with Horace.
I mean, it wouldn't take you long to find him up where the elevator is.
I just silently watch as he works.
Mm-hmm. And now you know what was blocking the elevator shafts.
Yeah, golden wires.
Not wires.
Well, golden eye beams.
Yeah, I-beams are those big metal pillars that are like the base of constructing large buildings.
Yeah, but gold's like one of the weakest materials in the world, so that's
It's
not gonna
also
take
one of the
long.
heaviest.
That too.
True. Wonder if there was magic involved.
Probably.
I mean, gold is kind of my aesthetic.
Yellow is Jermaine's aesthetic.
I was about to say, I would say more yellow.
Gold is like yellow, but better, okay?
I
Oh
would
god.
start. All I would do is start banging on the materials as on the gold beams to try to
Mhm.
bend them out of place. As I look over to T10, I think it's almost time for you to go see a friend now. Ding, ding, ding.
It's certainly getting there. How many I-beams are there?
From where you can see them, maybe 4 or 5.
Yeah, that's gonna take a while.
I don't want to destroy the damn thing.
The thing is, it doesn't look like these are a part of the construction, they look like they're just jetting out in random directions.
Probably it's what's
Yep,
stopping
which is
the elevator.
me trying to take them out of the elevator, and I'm going to, if I get them out of unstuck, I will put them in my pocket if possible.
They're way too large for that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
those things
they
are.
won't even fit through the elevator door as it currently is.
They're probably at best maybe 3 feet
How
thick
much
in
use did I
diameter.
get out of enlarge reduce, Rue? God.
They those golden eye beams at best might be anywhere between 2 to 3 feet, and that's just based on what I would know in terms of drafting and design.
Alright. But T10, as you know exactly what time it is, you are aware it's been exactly 30 minutes, and Horace is expecting you.
Alright, well. Uda didn't escape, so I don't have many options here. I'm gonna go meet up with him.
Alright. As soon as you come down and return back to that surveillance room, you see Horace is already like standing in the doorway, ready to leave. His eyes are still lit up red.
Well, I believe we have one more construction job to complete.
I believe it's 2 more actually.
Either way.
There will be one more generator after this next one. Follow.
All right.
As
On the way there, I'm going to convert 4 sorcery points into a 3rd level spell slot.
he, much like before, opens up the door, revealing a generator.
All right. Yep, I'll cast it. Lightning bolt.
As the generator whirls to life, you hear Horace speak out. Surveillance Facility Alpha at 75% power efficiency. This next surveillance room should not take long to reactivate. Please do not go too far. As he begins walking over to another one of the panels to open up another surveillance room. So, Uda.
I'm just trying to get the metal beams out of the elevator to
Alright,
continue this.
Go ahead and give me strength.
Let me get off spells.
As I
Can't use
return,
athletics.
I mean, I'd say a 16. As you're banging at one of the I-beams that's basically blocking the elevator door, you manage to bang just hard enough that the one beam kind of begins to shift and soften and move as the soft grinding noise comes to a halt and the elevator door finishes opening up.
And I dodge out of the way after the metal beam tries to follow me. Oh god.
The beam does not fall, it just bends as the door moves.
That's an unpleasant sound. I know that for a fact.
need
Gold's
any assistance here?
gold scraping against metal. That is not going to be a pleasant noise.
Well, it's not scraping, it's the gold I-beam literally being bent by the force of the elevator door.
Regardless, it still would not be a nice sound.
Probably not. And Horace would respond to you, T10. Negative.
Oh no,
You're
I'm
not.
walking up to Udo and asking that.
Oh, okay, my bad.
I don't even know where I'm starting with this, honestly.
Well, we can start with this, and I will use a second level spell slot to cast Levitate on 2 of the beams.
They do not move. As you now have free access to the elevator shaft, as you look, you realize the I-beams are not jammed into the elevator shaft. They are seemingly fused or coming out of the walls.
Okay.
The only reason the one has changed at all was because the middle of it literally bent inward, allowing the elevator door to open. But as you look directly above you, you do see what looks like basically the bottom of the elevator itself.
If they were sticking out of the wall, it would have been fairly obvious we couldn't just move them. May I have resend my levitate?
Yes, you can resend your levitate. Yeah, so the removal of the beams is much more difficult than previously expected.
Does the elevator shaft continue downward?
Win this one, Horace!
If I was down there, I might have been able to cast Shatter on those beams, but
Does it go
Wow,
down?
it's like we didn't
No.
think of that.
The elevator shaft does not go any further down.
yeah, but we were thinking on the steel.
The
Gold?
elevator
Absolutely.
bottom.
That's doable.
Whatever.
I mean, I can leave, but Uda can't. God damn it.
And Uda definitely can't leave if you leave.
Yep.
But Horace is not going to allow that one.
Any way to cut through the bottom of that elevator? Uda.
Oh, sorry. Why are you even still here? Weren't you able to leave a long time ago?
Yes, but now you're here, and I believe Horace will kill you if you're still here when I leave.
Well, that's very nice of you, but I'm obligated to fix this anyway, thanks to contracts and jobs. Yeah, honestly, I don't know how to continue with this.
You said it was
know
made of gold, right?
What?
Yeah.
They're made of
so
gold.
Bendable.
Kind of bendable. I mean, even solid gold. I mean, if you think you have any way to get through that floor above us, I can get us up there.
Well, honestly, as it stands, I don't even know what this facility, as I do air quotes, is it for. And
Yeah,
if
that's
Mr. Meyer doesn't.
exactly why I'm hesitant to finish fixing it. Well, things happen, and I just kind of wander off.
That's what I was about to say. as I pull out my flamethrower and I start burning the fucking metal beams.
That's
And I'm going to chip away at them with my tinker tools.
I will honestly say, using the flamethrower for long enough, the metal beams will, or the golden beams will certainly have visible damage and very much be bending. Although, just understanding how hot your flamethrower gets, you know it's going to take, to completely melt out the gold might take a few hours. And that's also
Oh no,
assuming there's not.
I'm not looking to melt out the gold. I said I'm going to burn it and then use my tinker tools on the side to try to get it unhinged to pull it out onto out of the elevator shaft.
Okay.
I'm not looking to melt all of it. I'm just looking to get it out of the way.
how much gold would that even be?
I mean,
A lot.
if we want some money.
Yeah, like
He's not wrong.
wall ball on it, it would easily be 1,000 gold pieces.
I also have a
One.
pickaxe, actually.
Imagine how
I
much
actually-
gold dust that is.
I also have a pickaxe as well, so that works out as on top of it.
Yeah.
Tinker's tools and pickaxe.
I would say working on probably about 5 to 10 minutes per beam will get them unlodged. Kind of varies a little bit depending on how high the rolls end up being. But if you want to go ahead and take your
Tinker's
time.
strength.
Mhm. Yep. So after about somewhere between 5 and 10 minutes, you get one of the beams dislodged as it kind of slides to the bottom of the shaft.
I'm not giving up, horse. I'll fix the damn
T10.
thing.
I will
T10,
be
are you
that
wandering aimlessly, or are you gonna go and check on Horace?
I'll check on Horace.
All right. As you go into this new surveillance room he's opened up, you notice some of the rubbled architecture as you realize the room he has opened up appears to be a series of surveillance cameras in Flavino.
I leave.
And with that, go ahead and give me a wisdom saving throw.
I leave. No. Uh-oh.
Oh
Uh-oh.
no! At least it's not that one.
As you're glancing over the various monitors, all of a sudden you see one building that for a brief moment you recognize, but as soon as a man comes out of it, you immediately recognize it and go into full-blown panic attack.
Yeah, I was saving this to fix things. I'm gonna cast Lightning Bolt on the monitor.
Go ahead and roll the damage for me real quick.
The robot's gonna be pissed.
Holy
course
fuck,
he is.
that's a good roll. As you blast the monitor with the lightning bolt, Horace's he doesn't even turn, just his arm turns as the repairing tendrils stretch out from his hand and begin to wrap around you. Are you conscious enough to struggle, or
I don't think he would be, personally.
No.
Hold on, his choice.
Nope, I'm just kind of staring forward at the now black screen, I assume.
The tendrils wrap around you as Horus just lifts you up and holds you in place.
I come running down the hallway.
You see the easily maybe 10 or 15 tall, massive robot with 4 crab legs and tendril fingers and dozens of those dome things for a head as the little lights on all those domes look down at you, Uda.
Oh, you're a lot more terrifying in person. Uh, okay. I thought you were using him. What's going on?
He has damaged my facility again. And as I understand
Again?
it, he has drained more of his energy for seemingly no reason.
Hold on, hold on, hold on. You said again. He does
Yeah.
that. We've had problems with this before. Now, do note, I'm working for your boss right now, so technically, we're both unemployed by the same boss. Put down the, as I do air quotes, battery. I'm sure boss wants this place fully functional as well.
You notice all of a sudden the red lights shift to white as they look down at you. I have seen no sign of the creator within the mansion. When did you speak with the creator?
Oh. No, his son.
As the
I'm under his.
the lights just return to red, negative.
I would like to help you find your creator.
Do you could you just leave that off when you repair it?
His eyes shift to you, T10. Are you capable of generating power again?
Once more today.
You shall do so immediately. As he slowly sets you down and unravels his tentacles.
Yep. I will generate power one more time today. We bought ourselves some time for the last start of
As all that's going down, I'm gonna slowly back up. Well, you guys get back to what you were doing. I'm gonna go back to finish my job. And back, as I back up, walking backwards the entire time.
Mm-hmm. You take note that one of the eyeballs seems focused on you the entire time as Horus sort of guides T10 to the next generator, but otherwise he is ignoring you.
Horus is always keeping a watchful eye.
I'm keeping an eye for fucking E10 at that point. That's the point that I got scared for the second I heard the oh no.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I got scared too. I was like, that could be really, really bad if he rolled poorly.
I also considered leaving and just having Uda be down there alone.
Run away. All right. Much as before, although different this time, he comes over to one of the generator rooms, plugs into the panel, but the door actually manages to open itself this time without him having to force it.
What is the purpose of this facility, Horace?
Surveillance.
And that's its sole purpose.
Correct. This is purely a surveillance facility, so that the creator can keep tabs on the entirety of Arcus.
But for some reason it was shut down.
Correct. But now we are reactivating it, and I can
Yes,
continue
very
my
much.
primary function.
What capabilities will it have at 100% power?
I do not understand the question. Could you please rephrase?
That's starting to feel like a tactic you used to avoid a question you don't want to answer.
He just blankly stares at you without responding.
Fair enough. You don't know at all why the facility was shut down.
Correct. The creator removed that information.
And once we repair it, one, what is your guarantee you'll let me and my friend leave?
I will have no purpose to keep you here. As of once you have completed your purpose, it is unnecessary for anything to be down here in the security facility besides myself.
Here's the thing. Why don't we wait until the elevator is operational, and then I'll finish it up. I will not leave this room. Just give Uda some additional time.
The elevator will not become operational. It is blocked, damaged.
So how do you plan to release Uda and I then?
You found a way down here. I presume you can use the same method to leave.
Ah, that is a problem. I do not believe Uda has that capability.
That is not my concern.
Yes, but it is mine, so we're going to wait a little bit.
Negative.
What's a little bit waiting now versus killing me and waiting an eternity, as you mentioned?
I do not have to kill you. I can threaten anyone as the baubles come off of his head and float down to you, as screens appear over them, seeing your friends in various corners of the city. I have the capability to activate security systems not only within the mansion, but across the town.
Ah, you see, that right there is not only surveillance.
Oh god, it's a freaking big brother.
You are correct.
We have seemed to reach a slight impasse here.
It is freaking big damn it.
Negative. You will activate the generator. You will be allowed to leave.
Hmm. If he allows it, one of us could come by and basically help shatter the pillars and make this go a whole lot faster.
I'm going to cast Counterspell to waste my 3rd level spell slot. Oops, it seems like I can't today.
Oh.
The domes retract to Horace's head. You are irritating.
Well, I'll need to rest for a little bit if you don't mind leaving us alone for a while. And I'll walk out of the room.
All right. Go ahead and give me a dexterity saving throw.
I saw that one coming!
As one of the tendril arms wraps itself around your waist, and he hurls you at the generator. Not enough to like damage the generator, but certainly enough it hurt.
Now we
As
don't
he
be throwing temper tantrums.
as he steps back and plugs into the panel, you will remain here until your rest is complete. As the door shuts and you're locked in the generator room.
I suppose I will. All right.
As it's about lunchtime, I'm gonna go fucking find T10 to go make lunch.
Sorry, at this
You-
time. No, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. I'm going around looking for something worth quite a bit.
Most most of the most of the first floor is basically dedicated to showing off. There are various sculptures of technology, various pictures of technological advancements, projects of the city.
So, something worth a value.
The problem is it's unclear of whether these things are actual chunks of technology or whether they're just scale models of them.
And the only one that would know the difference is quite literally in the basement. What was her name again? Baralis? Or
Bologna.
Bologna? Thank you.
Baralis?
I'm tired, forgive me. Miss Bologna, was it?
What can I do for you?
What other places are there? I feel like we're kind of just waiting here until they're finished down there.
Well, I'm not sure what exactly you all were planning. But as
Well,
far as other places, you guys are only really authorized to explore the first floor here. No need for you to go anywhere else.
I mean, we have no idea how to get to the elevator from here, and you don't seem to know either. Just a vague direction.
I'll be back.
As I point towards where she pointed last. Assuming that hasn't even shifted since then.
And therein lies the problem. I know exactly where it is. I just can't go there.
Why is that?
Allow me to demonstrate for you. As she sort of points at one of the walls, the metal bars come down and form into a curve as a black void appears in the oval shape. This is one of my methods for navigating the mansion with ease and without getting lost.
Yeah.
This won't go to where the elevator is.
Okay.
Therefore, doesn't matter whether I know where it is or not. I can't get to it.
I'm guessing it has to do something with Horus.
Unfortunately, yes. Not only does he have control of the walls, but this device as well. As she sort of gestures and the gate closes and retracts into the ceiling.
That sounds like a major safety oversight. Who would even
Not
design
really.
a system like that? That just sounds like a safety hazard.
The surveillance and security system is programmed to protect the mansion. That includes protecting it from itself.
So what? Is this place wired up to blow or something?
Not self-destruct. Horus doesn't have to listen to us in case something happens where, say, one of the young masters gets kidnapped or coerced to make something happen. Horus can disobey orders.
That doesn't sound
Disobey orders.
like the. Oh, I can see why that would be a decent idea, but at the same time, I can see how that could be a bad idea. I mean, what if he, and hear me out, what if he somehow manages to reprogram himself to where he doesn't have to listen to anyone and just listen to whatever he wants and do whatever the hell he wants?
I think that's been thought of.
That's where the good thing about Horus comes from. He's already been programmed to want. He wants to keep an eye on things, and he wants to protect the mansion. So even if he rewrites himself to only want those things, that's already his programming.
No, I meant not. What if he wants more than that? Is what I'm saying.
He's not sophisticated enough to manage something like that.
I'll take your word for it, but I don't know. I just kind of have this weird, creepy vibe whenever I'm looking at one of these things.
These
You get a
things,
weird creepy vibe from looking at a woman. I'm not gonna
That-
take your word on
Not,
that.
that's not what I meant, and you know it. I meant the orbs. I don't know. It's just kind of a weird vibe that he's not just watching this place. I don't know. Just call it a hunch.
I mean, Horus is specifically the security system located here. I don't see why he'd have any reason to be spying on anything else.
And I'll just like draw this as a joke, unless it's like to keep an eye on the old dragon slayers or whatever.
Why would you need to do that?
Again, my character is tossing this out as a joke.
What are the old dragon slayers?
Oh, just an old fairy tale I remember reading when I was a kid.
The Myers don't believe in fairy tales.
I don't know if that's true.
I was about to say, wasn't there effectively their gramps a dragon slayer? Wouldn't they have evidence?
Father, I'm not a grandfather. Fuck you.
You could be a grandpa. You don't know.
I ain't that old yet, son of a bitch.
It's
You
been
don't have to be
100
old.
years.
Yeah.
Your children just have to be old enough.
And they are. They just haven't had any
Yeah.
that we know of.
I haven't bothered.
Surprise, surprise. They, they are intellectual bachelors, just as their father was.
Surprise, like father, like child.
Like father, like goddamn daughter.
Anyways, I'm just, I don't know. I think I remember reading like a horror story where there was like this crazy forgeman that took over the world or something like that. I don't know. I don't remember the title. It's been a long time.
I would recommend you start reading a few non-fictional books.
Oh, I've read a few non-fictional books.
It doesn't show.
Most of them were music.
All right. So, unless you had further questions for Bologna,
Other than asking for a small tour of areas that were allowed in.
she would happily show you around the mansion and
Because
describe
otherwise,
the various.
we're just basically standing here doing nothing.
Unfortunately.
Unless I'm allowed to summon in a demon, but I don't think this is the type of scenario to summon her.
That's the perfect situation.
Why would I summon a demon just to go
Summon the
into
demon right now. Whip up someone that's totally trustworthy.
Yeah.
To enter an
You know-
area you quite literally can't enter without, going the extra mile like fucking Ingrid had to do of buying a spell scroll he couldn't afford.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
So yeah, I guess we're just taking a small little tour.
Uda, you start trying to make rounds searching for T10 and do not have much luck. But with that realization, that is where we're going to go ahead and end things.
Woo!
All right.
Is Alex
Yeah,
Campbell now going to film a fear over machines?
I probably should. They're a lot scarier than women,
Yeah.
especially when the
Well,
women are machines.
yeah,
Well, he
I was
doesn't
about
know
to
that this
say,
woman's a machine.
Yeah, he's about to make it much worse when he realizes that Bologna's a machine the entire fucking time.
Oh yeah.
As far as
I le-
my character's aware of, she's a full natural woman. If she was a machine,
Yeah,
he would be a little bit more comfortable, but slightly disturbed.
Yeah, I love how much I fucking immediately went from nice guy to fucking hate her, or from one conversation
My character's trying to be
to the
friendly.
because she's so tiny.
Because again, he
Good thing
doesn't know. He doesn't know that
It's a good thing
she's
Bologna's programmed to keep up appearances, otherwise she probably wouldn't like you.
me.
Oh,
It's
me.
you.
Yes.
Well, any of you really, but
You especially.
Oh no, I'm the one that called her out. Remember that one?
Yeah, if anyone she would hate the most, it would be Uda. She would be ticked off with me because I ask a little bit too many questions.
Hey, just can't shut up.
she's literally the tour guide, so she's programmed to answer questions. If anything, questions is her forte.
So she might be okay with me.
She might just stab you.
She hasn't
She'll
yet.
absolutely stab you. She is also a security drone.
Well, again, we don't know that. My character definitely would not know that.
Sure.
But he does assume that she
Character-wise,
is
no.
fully capable
Character-wise, you know
Common
of
sense
kicking our
wise.
asses.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
T10
don't
is
know
the
about
only one
kicking our
character-wise
collective
knows.
asses. I don't know about
Oh, shit.
that. Just one person, and she uses the place to get around. Hey, they
Again,
not
I made
say
assumptions.
she would be
it's an
kind of
assumption.
magical?
He's assuming that
She
this is
is.
a person that's trusted well enough to be working at the Myers place. So she's going to be
Or she's
fairly strong
brainwashed.
or fairly powerful.
Or she's just straight up brainwashed.
Why would our characters even assume that? We have no
They
assumption that
don't.
there's been brainwashing as of yet.
True. You guys, other than Mr. Ingrid, T10, and Uda, you guys don't even really know that Zane is particularly not good.
Oh no, I told them. I said that Miss Meyer was completely right. Her brother's fucked in the head.
Oh yeah, we were told about that part. We know that he's not
Nah, he
exactly.
seems like a chill dude to me. I don't know.
We all
He's
our
a-
characters know that he's not exactly right in the head, but not in what way. Mainly due
He's
to
a
lack
really
of
chill
context.
dude. When anyone and everyone that is a problem is on his payroll.
Anyways, I'm gonna end it on my end.
Yes, indeed.
He seems like someone I want to be friends with.
Definitely not someone I would want to be friends with. That's for damn sure.
Well, no, I
I'm
mean, if it
actually gonna ditch
Is
knights.
murder okay? Sure.
murder, I mean, in this world and this party,
I mean, we're not
In this
exactly
world in
murder
general.
hobo-y.
Yes.
My character is definitely not the full-blown murder hobo, because he would prefer to try to go for a non-lethal
Hey, I did a
option.
decently good thing in refusing to immediately fix the surveillance system.
Yes.
But yeah, once once he started talking about after the third generator, I was like getting like, this is starting to sound a lot like Big Brother from that one book.
We heard.
yeah, Horace is getting impatient.
I used all my spell slots.
Yeah, so I don't like where this might be heading. But we'll see next week if that's exactly where it's heading or not. Until then, I'll see y'all mates next time. Bye for now.
Hey.